Support local isn't just for goods and services. In our case, it also means people and schools and charities and sports teams doing things that improve life for us all. Sean Leary showcases all of that on the QuadCities.com website and brings us the good news.
That's right.
Once a month, whether we need it or not.
We always need good news, Paula.
It.
And QuadCities.com is your place to go for positive news every day. At least 8 stories and podcasts every day about positive things happening in the Quad Cities, right there on QuadCities.com.
Listen to you cranking it
That's
out.
right. I'm supporting local. QuadCities.com.
Always. Okay. The free and reduced meals for kids. This is very important for a lot of families.
It is. It is a hugely important program, and thankfully Davenport schools have gotten the funding to continue it. Free and reduced kids meals for breakfast, lunch, and after-school snack.
Great.
This means a lot to a lot of families in the community, and it's a terrific program. I'm really happy to see Davenport schools supporting this and continuing to do it.
The funding for that is through, is it grants?
It's a combination of funding.
Okay,
yes.
so that went through.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We love to hear that.
They're able to do that. Yes.
Okay. Genesis and the River Bandits. This young gal named
This
Addie.
is such a sweet story. We have the full story on QuadCities.com. It's about a little girl named Addie Hosette. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing the name. I have not heard it. I've only seen it in written form. And she's 10 years old. She's from, I thought it was Charlotte.
It's Charlotte.
It's Charlotte. Okay, it's kind of
how
like Rio and all these other
Charlotte.
interesting pronunciations. But anyway, she's from Charlotte, and Addie had cerebral palsy. She still does, and she's had a number of surgeries and treatments for that to help her walk and run. Genesis and the River Bandits have teamed up for Home Runs for Life, which is a charitable pursuit in which they help out folks who need continuing treatment. She has to go to physical therapy multiple times a week, and they drive up from Charlotte. Yeah,
these are good shots.
They really are. She looks like such a sweet kid, and again, it's just beautiful to see this charity and to see a kid doing something that so many of us take for granted.
Well, yeah.
And being helped to do that.
Well, speaking of taking things for granted, playgrounds at schools. Rock Island School got this brand new playground thanks to one person.
They did. Heidi Huiskamp Collins, $150,000 grant to help to build a playground at Earl Hansen School in Rock Island. And again, this makes such a huge difference. You know, we take so many things for granted.
Well, yeah,
having a clean playground, having a good place for kids to go.
You assume that every school has a playground,
right.
But some of them are all beat up. They're really old. They're hardly usable anymore.
Exactly, and when it comes to that school funding, it's really hard when you're trying to, put books in the classroom to spend it on the playground.
For sure. What's the Merit Award, John?
Well, that is for Western Illinois University students. It's the Society for Human Resource Management's Superior Merit Award. And it's because Western has had such a great program over the years, and so they've got this superior designation. It's a great thing for the university, and it also makes them more of a magnet for people who are interested in studying human resources.
Well, that always helps, right? Charitable Foundation, I hadn't heard of this one before.
Yeah, the Lucer Flake Charitable Foundation, they donated $150,000 to Mercer County for improvements around Lake Matherville.
Oh,
and so they're improving around the lake and putting more parks in. And again, it's rural communities oftentimes are, they fall short in regard to these type of funds. And so it's great to see a charitable foundation helping these rural folks.
How do you find all these things, Sean? Because these are like smaller news items,
Yeah.
but they mean a lot to the people they affect. And there are so many. There are dozens of those happening every day all over the area.
Well, I'm always on the lookout for positive news. I looked at a number of different sources and a number of different websites, and I'm always on the lookout for positive things to highlight in the Quad Cities. That's always been a mission of mine, going back to get your good news.
I know, right?
And now on QuadCities.com. And I love highlighting positive things because I've always been of the belief that there's more good in the world than there is negative.
Well, always, yeah. And especially these little stories of, particular schools and things that the teachers are doing and little sports teams and that don't always get play on the bigger stage.
You're right, but when you add it all up, this is what the world is really about.
Yeah,
this is the grander scheme and picture of the world and what it is.
Neighborhoods, families,
right.
individuals. Yeah. So quadcities.com. Sean, we appreciate seeing you here
Thank
every
you very
month.
much.
Good job. Anything else you want to mention before we say bye?
Well, as always, check out quadcities.com. We've got a lot of great subsites for entertainment.
Some podcasts still?
Podcasts. Still the podcast hub. You can check out over 100 local podcasts on quadcities.com.
Wow.
And we have a local news site specifically dedicated to positive news.
Sean, thanks.